down, except when I hear that you basically pulled your nose ring out in the middle of your sleep.
Yeah, that was really unpleasant. So
It wasn't a stud, right? It was a ring.
Yeah, no, it was a stud. It was
okay.
a stud. And I had been meaning to get it switched over to a ring so that I didn't keep knocking the damn thing and getting it caught on things. I just hadn't got around to it.
Mm-hmm.
And Theo's had this habit lately of waking us up at like 5:30 in the morning. Theo, for the listeners, is our cat. And she's been waking us up at about 5:30, 6 o'clock. And I just didn't want to get out of bed this morning. So she was laying on my arm and nibbling at me like she does. She's like, nibble, nibble, nibble.
Mm-hmm.
And I rolled over because I was like, I just don't want to deal with you right now. Like, I just want another half an hour sleep. I rolled over and my hair must have gotten in my face and I flipped my hair and I just felt this like, ting. And I was like, ah! Started screaming in the bed.
Did it bleed?
And, oh, yeah, there was blood everywhere.
Oh, God.
So then I was like trying to hold it in, like trying to hold what was left in so that I could maybe like I didn't know which end had come out. So I was like just trying to hold what was there. There's blood pissing out and Drew's like trying to find it in the bed. And anyway, it swelled up really, really quickly.
It swole.
It swole. It was real swole. And I couldn't get it back in. So then I had to wait till I looked up, a few places in the area. Nothing was open because it's a Sunday today that we're recording this.
Thanks for reminding me that I'm going back to work tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks. So I had to drive like an hour away to get them because I called first and said, can you put it back in? Like, I've never had a piercing fall out that I couldn't get back in. And this is like a problem. And he said, no, just come in and we should be able to see the hole and just shove it back in. It shouldn't have closed over because it's probably just swollen. That's why you can't get it back in.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, it looks okay now.
Yeah. It's got a bit of blood patch and stuff, but
I can't
anyway,
see it. Don't worry.
It's back in now. So now I've actually got a ring, which is what I wanted in the first place. So, no more stud.
Well done. I have always been really curious about nose rings. And you know me, I always delve into the nitty-gritty of these things.
Yep. Don't
they get like massive boogers on the inside stuck to them?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Yep. That's what I was curious about.
It's not an uncommon occurrence that I have to stick a
cotton tip?
Q-tip up there with a tissue and try and get the booger that was attached to the back of the stud. Because you could feel it, like you can sit there and you can feel it, and it's like I can.
Is it like a really dry one? Yeah, and it's irritating. Yeah, they're the worst.
Yeah, so I don't know how this is going to go with the ring. I don't know whether it's going to
Maybe you can just slide them off and to a spot that's more convenient. I'll just get a little hook and bring him around to the front or something.
We'll see what happens. But yeah, we're a real problem on it. So when we actually went and got it done, the girlfriends that I was with, one of them actually got them on both sides.
Oh yeah,
like one on both sides, and I was like, I struggled the first couple of days. I struggled a lot to like blow my nose or scratch my face or whatever, and I don't know how she copes with them having both. I found one is hard enough to manage that I don't rip it out, and look, I've done it anyway. So I don't know how she's coping with two on either side. I don't know how people with piercings cope with, when they've got them like
she's got one everywhere.
Well, and
no,
I can't. This is enough for me. I think I'll get some more earrings maybe, because they're easier to manage. But I don't think I'll do anything else. I always wanted an eyebrow ring. But after
I think the eyebrow rings are nice.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny over the years how people's opinions of piercings have changed? I guess the same with tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, tattoos are just cool now rather than for bad people.
Yeah. Oh, they must be a bad boy or / girl because they got a tattoo.
Yeah, baby.
That rose tattoo is so badass, man.
Those dolphins, I'll sick you.
Hey Mel, did you want to do an intro?
Oh yeah, shall we? Shall I do an intro?
Sure, let's do an intro.
Welcome, listeners and watchers, to another episode of the Shitcast with Ben and Mel. I'm going to give up on the agenda completely this time, although Ben is going to hold me to it, he reckons. So we'll see what happens. We've already gone off script, and you don't know that yet, but You'll know it when it happens. I hope you enjoy the episode and share, like, and subscribe.
Yeah, I like it. Like, comment, subscribe. But sure, share it
What
as
do I
well.
Share, comment, like, subscribe, do all the things.
So there are a couple of recent events that I wanted to cover. So we've already covered your nose piercing snafu.
Snafu.
Another one that happened, is this CEO of some big pharma company getting murdered. Did you hear about this?
I've heard like bits and pieces, but I haven't honestly had a chance to sit down and read. I've just been hearing like everyone complaining about, well, that's insurance companies for you. Or is that a different one?
No. It was an insurance company. Sorry, it wasn't big pharma.
Because they've been denying all these claims and stuff, and then haha, screw you kind of thing. And I'm like,
And now there's all these memes going around on the internet of like people saying, "Oh, it looks like so and so CEO got the message."
Yeah, not good look, really.
Yeah, there's one way to make people like you, and it's to fuck them over, I reckon.
100%. 100%.
I just thought it was so funny. Americans, eh?
Yeah, Americans. I mean, there's more we could say on that topic, but let's not, because we'll end up. We've already done that in a past episode, I'm pretty sure. Speaking of past episodes, sorry, can I interrupt?
No, you can't. Go.
I'm currently, I think I've told you before, not the podcast, but I think I've told you that I'm editing the video of when we went to Uluru last year.
Yes, you told me.
Yeah. I think I'm getting close to the part where the dick lizards exist. So if I see one on camera, I'm going to send it to you.
Okay.
And then you can insert it here.
Yeah, I will. I will insert the dick lizard.
Call back to our previous episode.
Yeah. That is
if I find
an episode 0 callback right there. The old dick lizard.
Dick lizard. I'm very close to where it is, I think.
So I told you that I finished building that Lego that you got me, right? Hold on, I've got to turn right there.
Look at it.
It is real. Wow. Can I just grab it?
Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm in shorts. I don't want to show people to see my legs.
You can edit this out.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that. I'll edit it in totally.
No, edit you getting up and down out.
Oh yeah. I can do that, can't I?
Can I go get it? And then you just look. Yes, okay. You have the power.
I'll be right back. Edit.
Ching, ching.
Okay, so this is it here. So its legs are. Oh, I should probably. It's really, really quite big.
That's large.
So I'm gonna hold it right here. So, hold on, I'm gonna do this. So you can extend the wings, and I'll just show you. Like you can go. Just.
Oh my god, they actually come out.
Yeah, hold on. I'll come back a little bit. So, yeah. So I'm gonna watch. They're gonna hit me in the head.
That's fantastic. That's so big.
It is way bigger than I thought it was gonna be. But there's the legs as well, because these can actually support it, this ramp and the legs.
Yeah, right.
But you can also go. I'll turn it around. They
flip in.
Yeah, that's the noise they make, by the way. Anyway, I'm going to retract the wings because they're so big. Oh, and these side bits open as well. Got to do it without breaking. No, fuck it, I won't.
So there'd be like a little Lego man in there as well, right?
Yep.
So how long did it take you to build in total?
Oh, yeah. So I'm doing the time lapse for it. The source footage is 6 hours. It's quite long.
That's the time lapse.
Yeah. No. That's before I've sped it up. Yeah. Okay. And I'm just going to actually here just stay there. And that doesn't include me having to nearly pull the whole thing completely apart 3 times because I fucked up.
Oh no! What did you mean? Just like one little tile here and there?
No, it's way worse than that. Oh. Things where like the wings or the feet wouldn't work if I didn't do this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I'm really happy with that. Thank you so much, by the way. I'm just looking through our list here, and it's actually at the top of the list here. That how does one change careers exactly? And that actually came from the discussion with your husband.
Yeah, because he's changing. Well, he's looking to change.
Yeah, and I thought, man, maybe I should do that because I hate my job.
What would you think about getting into?
No
What do
fucking
you enjoy?
idea. No idea. I don't.
So-
I only fell into this job. Didn't really mean to do it.
Well, so the thing is with hubby, he has always had a long interest in, like, he reads voraciously about different topics, right? Like, I'll sit at my screen and be like, I don't know what I want to look up today. He's got 55 tabs open. He's reading about, multiple different things. He's amazing for that kind of, he likes to learn a lot of different things. And he's always had an interest in things like cybersecurity, mobile tech, IT in general, web design, stuff like that, graphic design. So he's like a little bit of a, that's the whole thing. And a couple of years ago, he started talking about cybersecurity, like a while ago. And then he just never sort of, like we do, we just don't bother doing anything about it. And then since he got sick, he's like, well, I'm going to go back to work after 2.5 years of being off. I don't really know the landscape anymore. I may as well use some of this time, if I can, to get certification in something. Like, it doesn't have to be, diploma or anything like that. And he just sort of thought, well, he's already got experience with IT and he loves that. So why not just do some cyber stuff that he, just as an interest. And he's been loving it. He's doing so much different stuff now. Like, even recording this, while we're doing this, he's doing some cyber thingamadoody. I don't know.
So you understand it well? Is that what you're telling me right now? The cyber thingamadoody.
The thingamadoody. But yeah, I think he just, you just find something that I'm not going to be one of those people that advocates, find your passion and make it a job, because I think then you lose the fun and the passion that you have for that one thing. So I would probably never advocate for that. But there are certainly different things that you can find that you like and have an interest in. So like us starting this podcast and my other podcast as well has given me an interest in not necessarily journalism per se, but in presenting and radio presenting and things like that. Because I think that, this is a very similar format. Obviously, we're talking to each other and we're talking to, the wider universe. So that's my interest now. I'm sort of looking up things that I can do that are radio adjacent, podcast obviously focused, but because I could quite happily make a career out of this if there was money in it. I don't know if there is,
yeah,
but
that's the old one thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you've got a real nice radio voice.
Oh, thank you.
Some people like me sound like they're talking in a monotone all the time. So it's sort of like, you know the kind of person that I'm talking about, though, right? Like,
yeah, but I don't think you've got that voice. No.
Definitely not when I get excited about something.
No, exactly.
Well, I hope that works out for him and you.
No.
All of us. I hope we all do it.
What's your interest? Like, what do you?
No, I have no idea.
Come up with a board game idea. I've been telling you and Michael to come up with a board game for.
I tried telling Michael as well, but I just don't think he's that interested in it. He's more interested in playing them rather than designing them.
Okay, well, you design one and then make him play and come up with good rules, because he'll be able to tell you, oh, that's crap.
And he will tell me, don't you worry.
And he will.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. But you know how people always say, oh, if you love what you do for work, you'll never work a day in your life. Or so, that's fucking bullshit. You'll end up hating the thing that you love. That's what will happen. Yeah.
I'm on the fence about photography, because I really enjoy photography as a thing, and I could quite easily make a career out of it if I put the effort into it. But a part of me is kind of like, A, what if I suck? But B, what if I lose the enjoyment for photography because people are involved? Because, people are the problem with everything.
Yes, definitely.
The attitude, and they're no money and they don't pay you and you have to follow them up and they're not happy with something, they're going to complain, and people are the problem. Like, if you could do, that's why I think landscape photography and animal photography is my jam, because it doesn't require brides or people or family or,
Yeah, I agree with your whole people are the problem. Speaking of people being a problem, so last night, Uwe and I took his mum and his brother. So his mum and his brother are here at the moment. I think his brother's like leaving on Tuesday or something, and he'll come back at the end of January or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
But so we went into the city last night and had Japanese at a nice restaurant that Uwe knows. It was very, very nice. Okay, there are so many asides to this.
This is why we don't get through anything on the list.
Okay, I'm just going to do two asides, one aside to this, okay? Because the other one is actually what I wanted to talk about. So on the table, there's a two-seater table that's like just across from where people are walking, where the waiters are walking through. And there's obviously a gay couple, a young Asian guy and definitely not a young, but not old white guy there. And the white guy basically spent the whole time talking. But then when the dude got up to pay, this is so weird. The white dude got up to pay, and the other guy was just sitting at the table. I happened to turn my head and I saw he was staring at Uwe.
Did Uwe have his arms bared and his legs bared like he normally does?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can tell you why he was being stared at.
Yeah. But anyway, so they left. I hope everything works out for them. A new older couple come. The guy has incredibly strong cologne. And it is just everywhere. It's just like, I turn to Uwe and I say, that guy's cologne is so strong.
Yeah.
And he's like, I know. And his mum is even saying to him in Thai that about the guy's cologne, and his brother as well. Oh my God. Because I said to his brother speaks a little bit of English. But I said, that guy's so strong. And he says, yes, it is.
Oh, and at a restaurant too. Oh.
Yeah, it's a horrible spot. But it made me think, because I'm sure, I hope I've never been that person who has ridiculously strong cologne. But you would have seen that sort of thing before as well, right? Where someone is just wearing it's either perfume or cologne. Somebody's just like wearing way too much of it. Or I don't know what you don't have to put cologne / perfume on every single surface of your body.
No. But I also wonder if there's something about some smells are really pungent. And I know personally if it's an okay smell, I don't notice how strong it is. I'm like, oh, that's a nice, lovely. Like, there's some colognes that are quite lovely.
Yep.
But if it's one of those awful ones, even if you had just like a spritz of it, oh my God.
The thing is, I don't think it was awful. It smelled okay, but it was also like so strong. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, like back in my little gay boy days. I used to have this really fruity smelling one, which was probably a women's perfume, but I didn't care because I liked the smell of it. Yeah. And people used to always ask me if I'm wearing women's perfume, and I'm like, I mean, does it matter, really?
I used to wear Fahrenheit, which was a man's cologne, but I love the smell of it so much.
It's a man's cologne.
Man's cologne. That I would buy it and wear it for myself because I was like, well, I didn't have a boyfriend at the time, and I like the smell of it, so I'm going to wear it.
I don't think I know that one. What's that one? Fahrenheit.
Christian Dior, I'm pretty sure. Oh, God.
You like that? Okay. He doesn't care for it?
He doesn't like it.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
My favorite smell. When people say, what's your favorite smell? It's not grass, it's Fahrenheit. Just get me a bottle of Fahrenheit, pour it all over me.
Do you want to know what my favorite smell is? It's not gross or anything, don't worry. Because as these things usually are with me, but in this case, it's not. I like the smell, the ozone smell after a storm.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. When I was editing our last episode, there were so many things that I was like, I have to remember to ask Mel about this. But then there was one where you said, when we'd been talking about Twilight, you said, after this, I'm going to go and watch Twilight, and then Drew's going to come home and catch me watching it. Did it happen?
I didn't get to watch it. No. Not sadly. But we did have a discussion about Twilight recently for some reason. I can't remember what it was now. It did come up in conversation. I can't remember.
Was it Drew saying that? Edward Cullen, he's a bit of all right, isn't he?
A bit of all right. Weirdly, I don't find Robert Pattinson very attractive, though.
No, I don't either.
He's got a weird face to him sometimes. Not all the time, just sometimes.
Did you see Tenet?
No, I still didn't see that one.
Well, it's definitely, of course, what am I thinking? It's time-based movie, so you're probably not going to watch it.
It'll mess with my head too much.
But he looked all right in that one.
All right, okay.
Well, more all right than normal, yeah.
Did you ever watch Mr. Robot?
I think I watched like the first season or the first 2 seasons. I really need to go back to that because I loved that show so much.
We finally finished it. Like we've sort of been binging it, not binging, but we finally watched the whole lot of it. And that has, I wouldn't even say it's got time travel. It's just got like time jumping, and even that messed with my head. Like just like a story. I already know what happened because we saw some of it, and they're giving us like the other side of what happened.
Oh, okay.
And that jumped back to, I was like, hang on, we've already.
You don't like out of order storytelling either, huh?
If you tell me that it's happening, that's cool. I can be prepared for that mentally to know where I am in the timeline. But they would just jump back and assume that you would pick it up, which obviously you do. But I was always like, for the first 10 minutes going, what?
No, I kind of get that. So when shows do that and they're not trying to deceive you, because like there's cases like, I don't think you ever watched Westworld, but with Westworld, that for most of the entire first season, you find out that most of what you're seeing is actually something that happened like 20 years ago.
Yeah. So couldn't they just tell you that? Like,
no, but that was the conceit, that you find out, oh, actually, this person is that person that we're seeing right now. They're the same person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spoilers for Westworld.
I think that's been cancelled now anyway, right? Spoilers don't count.
Which is very upsetting because I really wanted them to keep going. But anyway, so that mechanic where they do out of order storytelling, they shouldn't make it hard for you to realize, oh, this is like, they should use what a lot of shows do is they use like different color grading to make it obvious this is in the past, but I don't think they did that in Mr. Robot.
I don't remember it happening enough. It wasn't obvious enough if they did it. But they would pick like a moment in the story that you already knew that was like a really specific moment, like, you know, something dropping, something happening, or what, and you would go, oh, I know where I am now from the other side. But I just, just timey-wimey stuff is just, it messes with my head too much. I'm too analog.
So wait, do you not like Doctor Who?
I love Doctor Who. No, I love Doctor Who. I love Doctor Who because you know that every episode he's going to go somewhere different. It's not a continual, mostly, it's not a continual sort of storyline of jumping back and forth. Like each story is its own contained kind of, the majority of the time. There might be an overarching thing, but you know what I mean? Like each episode you go in knowing that he's flying the TARDIS somewhere else and it's going to be whoops, okay, this is where we are. But we're way behind in that because nothing we have has access to Doctor Who.
So, yeah, it's on ABC. Sorry, it's in Disney now, isn't it?
Some of it is in Disney. We've watched up to Capaldi's seasons, but nothing after Capaldi.
Okay.
But I think the new Doctor's back on Disney. So all of the what was her name that did them? The female Doctor.
Yes.
None of hers are on Disney that I.
No, I don't think they are.
Anyway. Maybe elsewhere they are.
I think the new Doctor. I think the actor's name is Nakuti Gatwa or something like that.
Yeah, him. He's already been changed for someone else now, hasn't he?
What? No. What? Already?
Yeah, I read something. I saw something the other day on like something that's like the next Doctor, and I was like, "What? He just got this role? What?" Anyway, I don't know.
I hope that's not true. I want
Put
some
in
doctor
the
stability.
behind it.
That's what I want. No one likes when their doctor changes. Okay.
No. Look, the fact is that the Doctor should have always stayed David Tennant, and the companion should have always been Billy Piper, and that's just the way it should have ever lived
Wow,
out.
you're really going back there.
Yeah.
So
I
wait,
really
you didn't
liked
like
the
Matt
first
Smith?
Yeah, he was all right. I think Matt Smith has too much of a friendly face for the crazy, whereas David Tennant and the first guy, Chris Eccleston.
Yep.
Chris Eccleston was.
It's a
him
shame
and
he only
David,
stayed for one season.
yeah, he was really good. They were both really good at playing the PTSD, slightly insane, over the top character that Doctor Who should have been. From,
Yeah, Matt Smith was more of a wacky
yeah,
sort of doctor.
yeah, yeah.
But I liked what was the shit? Who was Matt Smith's companion? I've forgotten her name.
The redhead.
Yes. Oh, I can't believe myself.
The girl who waits.
Sorry?
The girl who waits.
Yes, her exactly. It'll come to us eventually. It was her, and Rory was her. I can't remember her name though. We're horrible people.
Yeah, we're horrible people.
But I liked that overarching story about her. I liked that a lot.
Drew's messaged me and said, Amy.
Thank you. Thank you, Drew.
I'm talking too loud if you can hear me all the way to the other end of the
Well, you
house.
can hear me too.
I'm trying to be quiet. Amy. Thanks, Amy.
Thanks, Drew. I've watched episode 3 and 4 of Silo now.
I did just mention to Drew that we were going to discuss Silo briefly, and then he was like, I want to watch it. And I was like, okay, fine. So no spoilers. You have to keep it spoiler free.
Yeah, it'll be totally spoiler free. It's more.
It's better?
No, I said it's more.
Oh, God. It's more. Okay.
You remember what I said about watching episode 2, where it's like, it's bleedingly obvious where it's going to go. It's just going there. So,
okay.
yeah, it's just like, okay. So we're doing this thing that you talked about back in this episode, and this is just going to be the season. All right, great. Okay.
Well, Drew's dad's up to date.
Oh, so he's watching it as well, is he?
He's watching. Yeah, he loved the first season.
Okay.
So Drew's like, well, I said, well, I'm on the fence about it. And he's like, well, I really want to watch it, so we have to catch up. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll watch it with you.
Well, I honestly hope that you find something in it that you enjoy. But it sounds horrible when I'm saying it like this.
No, it's
but I had to confess, after because I've just watched the 4th episode today. Right. At the end of the episode, I was honestly like, do I want to keep watching this?
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see. We normally give 3 episodes for anything that we're watching. And Agatha did not make it past.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. We give everything 3 episodes, and we got to the end of the 3rd episode, and we were like, no, just nothing here that we want to, because everyone was giving it great reviews, everyone. Mm-hmm. So we'll see if Silo makes it past the 3rd episode.
Well, since you're not watching Agatha, I can just tell you that
did it get better?
There's definitely things that are not what they seem in that show, but I still don't know if you would find the payoff worthwhile.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Because you're not like hugely into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, are you?
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen everything. Like we love Marvel, but
in that case you should probably watch it.
I think we'll give it a break and then we'll go back to it maybe later. We'll see.
I thought Aubrey Plaza was so good in it.
Yeah, well, we're not up to the point where, I know obviously she comes back in because we've seen the trailers for it.
Yeah.
But we've only seen her in that first episode or whatever.
Yeah, she was very good.
So we haven't. I'm guessing. I have a feeling that she's coming back quickly because we've just got to the point where the neighbor that she took down there, the little old lady, is just being
Mrs. Hart.
Yeah. Mrs. Hart. She just got killed. Spoiler alert. Who haven't watched it. But she she's just dead. That's the last episode that we've watched. So we haven't. After that, we were like, after that episode, we were like, yeah, right. Yeah. So.
Yeah. It is a little bit formulaic after that, but when it gets to the end, it's definitely like, okay, I didn't see this one coming.
Okay, well, maybe we'll go back to it after we've watched a bit more Silo.
But yeah, Skeleton Crew.
Good.
It is targeted to a younger audience, I believe.
Which is not a bad thing. Like, we like
and I'm totally not saying that's a bad thing. But don't expect an intellectual study on the Star Wars universe, because you will not be getting it.
No, you mostly don't with Star Wars. No.
Yeah. But I've watched 2 episodes so far, and I'll probably keep watching.
Okay.
I think they've only put 2 out. Yeah.
Yeah, right, probably.
Yeah. But I haven't really been watching anything. Oh, a new book. Oh, okay. So Drew's reading The Mistborn. The last book in a series that he hasn't gotten up to yet by the same author, which is in the same world, just came out like a couple of days ago, and I started reading it, and it's the biggest book this author has ever written, like,
wow,
by a country mile. And I'm really enjoying it so far. So it's the Stormlight Saga. That's what it's from. It's the final book in the Stormlight Saga, but apparently it's only like the midway section of this world's story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You backed the Kickstarter, didn't you, for that?
I sure as fuck did.
Yeah, same. We did too. I don't know why, but at the time we were like looking at it thinking, well, we're going to start reading his stuff, and so many people like it that I don't think that we'd go wrong with an RPG set in a world that's a fantasy world, essentially. So we just need more time to play actual RPGs, tabletop.
Yeah. That old gem.
I'm playing D&D today, actually, but then my nose, so...
Sorry.
Well, it's not your fault. It's my fault for rolling over and...
I think we'll find it's Theo's fault, actually.
Yes, Theo's. Yeah.
Did you see that as part of the whole US election that Elon Musk has been given some role in government efficiency or something like that?
Yeah, the doggy roll.
Yeah, that's right. The initials are Doge, as in the Dogecoin. Yeah. Department of Government Efficiency. Yeah.
I have Dogecoin.
It just made me think. So he is like the CEO of a couple of companies, a few companies, and now he's on this board or whatever. I don't really understand exactly what they are. They're not actually a government department, and as far as I know, they can't actually do anything.
Consultant, basically.
Yeah,
from my understanding.
But I also thought, why is it okay for CEOs and people with lots of money to have all these different jobs, but you occasionally hear stories about individuals like, oh no, I've got like doing multiple jobs literally at the same time, which, I mean, he's doing. He's totally doing this.
Yeah.
So why is it wrong for individuals to do it, but Elon Musk, it's okay?
Well, because they're billionaires, they don't pay tax anyway, right? So it doesn't really matter. They get away with it, whatever they want.
Yeah. I got so annoyed when I heard about it.
Yeah.
Not that
I'm annoyed the fact that they can vote in a president that is active in court and should be serving jail time. How are you even allowed to run as someone to run a country? You can't even run your own life, buddy.
Yep.
It's a stupid system.
I just find all of his appointments are just ridiculous as well.
Yeah.
Just such a fucking idiot.
You know what? We're not there, so
for all our American viewers / listeners,
we're in Australia.
Yeah, we're in Australia, so we're not impacted by this, but Trump is a fucking idiot, like total dipshit. Or should we say he's weird, because he doesn't like that apparently.
you might get some very angry people commenting on our videos that who love Trump. So just be aware that we're, potentially ostracizing a large percentage of our audience.
Oh yeah, a massive audience.
What a point of people fuck. I don't want them on listening to us anyway.
Well, we talked about engagement farming last time. Let's just do a bit of
Negative publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, exactly. I put a note on our file about. I actually put it on like probably over a month ago. We could never seem to get to it, but I wanted to talk about Australian upload speeds.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about poop consistency, but that's okay.
No, well, let's do that one.
No. I was joking.
I can't remember what prompted me to put poop and consistency on it. I think we were discussing it when you were here. And
Yes.
I was like, oh, we should add that to the list, but I don't remember exactly what it was that prompted it. Do you?
Well, yeah, but let's talk about the upload speed first.
Okay. All right.
And download speed, because you go.
The download speeds, I think, are not as much of a problem these days because, like, we have up to 1 gig downloads.
Well, you do.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's the whole problem of everybody not being on fiber.
We have 30.
Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah.
But it's great for me. So anyway, I have a 1 gig down, and I don't think Uwe listens to this podcast, so I'm just going to say it. I might have changed our internet plan from being 50 megabit up to 400 megabit up.
Nice.
Price also doubled. But that's what I wanted to talk about because, okay, so, upload seems real expensive.
Yeah, it's stupid. I'm annoyed with that we don't. I say annoyed, but I'm more frustrated that we just don't have symmetrical internet here.
Yeah.
I just want you to be able to give me 50-50 or 100-100 so that I can know that my speeds are going to be whatever. I shouldn't have to worry about, especially now that people are doing, podcasting, vodcasting, videos, YouTube, all this kind of stuff. The upload rate we're lucky if we get 10 Mbps.
Oh my God.
Upload. So, and download, like I said, is 30 on a good, like on a semi-normal day, right? At a maximum, we can get maybe 50. I haven't seen it that high for a long time. But so anytime I want to download anything, because everything's on the cloud now, you put a photo up, you've got to wait for it to download. You've got to put this up, you've got to wait for it to upload. Anything that I do affects the bandwidth in the house. So like I'll take a photo on my phone, and then because everything goes to the cloud, 10 minutes later, hubby's like, are you uploading something? Or are you downloading something? No, honey. Oh, it's my cloud. Sorry. Yeah, it's doing it up. Like, we live in a world that we should not have this problem. It should just not exist. Like, we should be past this point. I'm very frustrated by it. And the NBN was a waste of millions of dollars that did absolutely nothing and hasn't given us anything. So frustratingly, we got an email the other day. This was a whole saga. We got an email that said we could upgrade to fiber to the premises. So Drew's like,
fuck yeah.
Oh my God, I'm getting on this. So he calls them and says, let's do it, baby. And they're like, oh, you can't do it. You don't have, you're not eligible. He's like, well, why did I get this email then? And they're like, we don't know. And he's like, well, I want you to go find out why I got this email, because I want to know if it's accurate.
If you're wrong.
You guys are fine. Like, what's anyway, back and forth. Oh no, we can, because you're on copper, the most you can get is 50 up. And we can change you to another plan, which might get you more. Like, are we limited by the copper, or we're not limited by the copper?
Yeah.
Because you can't have both things. Pick one and then tell us what we can do. In the end, I don't think we changed our plans because there's nothing we can do.
Yeah, it sucks. And speaking of when you that whole, are you uploading something? Are you downloading something? You remember when we used to be playing WoW and Michael's internet would drop out, or was it like his Discord would suddenly go bad, and it was because Sean was uploading cat photos?
Same thing. Exactly the same thing.
And how their Wi-Fi used to cut out when they would turn the microwave on.
Just heating up some popcorn.
They got a new microwave now, and I think they actually did solve that problem. But yeah, I used to always find it funny when Michael would suddenly start sounding like a robot. We'd be like, Michael, I think you might want to check with Sean. She might be uploading some cat photos.
We have that exact problem. In fact, hubby doesn't even get on there. He doesn't even when he knows I'm having a video call for work, he won't stream anything on the TV.
Oh, wow!
Just so I've got full bandwidth.
Wow, that's terrible.
I realize it's maybe actually a Discord problem and not an actual thing. But
that's not great.
No.
Yes.
But this is what we've got.
So I think the reason why the NBN / ISPs restrict upload speeds is because they think that it shits me as well, because we're in basically in the era of content generation. That's where like end user content generation, but ISPs are like, oh, but if we give them really good upload speeds, they could just basically host their own shit. And it's just like, well, that's the fucking dream, isn't it?
That's the point. Yeah, that's the point.
I wanted to pay for all these stupid fucking services.
Mind you, I don't really want to necessarily host my own shit because it's a lot of work and effort anyway in its own. Like, you do want someone else to do it, but like, you've got to, meet us in the middle somewhere. Come on, this is stupid.
Hear that, NBN? Fuck you.
Yeah, hear that, ISPs, Optus, Telstra, get your shit together. Give us symmetrical speeds, please.
Yeah.
And good ones.
Yeah, good ones. Not just like, oh, okay, we'll give you 1 megabit up and 1 megabit down.
Yeah, like, what is that? Come on.
I reformatted my computer last weekend. Any
reason? Just for fun?
Okay, I admit, when I was younger, I definitely did it for fun. But I'm at the age now where I'm just like, this is work.
So why did you do it?
I did it because this is going to sound so stupid for anybody who's in IT. I had in Device Manager, there was one device that didn't have a driver loaded, and I had no clue what it was, and it was annoying me. So I was like, no, fuck this. Also, I install things and uninstall them over time, and that causes Windows to slow down over time as well. So I was like, well, it's been a few years since my last reformat, so I'll do it again. Yeah, so that's my excuse, okay, Mel? I can see you judging me.
Get rid of the device. It seems like a lot of effort to go to remove a device.
I mean, I could have. Anyway, and there was something. Anyway, yes, there's good reasons for it. There's good reasons, okay? And like the IQ software for Corsair, it was playing up, and I was like, oh, I'll probably f it over or something. I don't know. But when you reformat your computer, you always have that. What am I gonna accidentally forget to back up this time?
Yeah. What was that? All of our files?
No. So I actually spent like half of Saturday reorganizing all of my DaVinci Resolve files.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I still lost one file. But
can you get like?
No, it's gone.
You have?
No,
anywhere?
It's gone. He's saying to Uwe, I want to get a NAS just so I can like back stuff up onto there. But at the moment he's saying no. While you were talking about your internet, I was obviously thinking about pooping consistency. And I was thinking, does this
Okay. This happened because when we were at your place, I was impressed with the speed at which you poop. So the conversation came up because when Drew was ill again, when he was in the hospital, he had a conversation with his doctor, which he relayed to me later on because I made a comment that I was struggling to poop one day.
Yeah.
And he said the doctor told him it's meant to be the consistency of like porridge. Like, it's not meant to be these hard logs that we all poop out, or hard logs, I don't know, but it's meant to just sort of like come out like porridge consistency.
Yeah.
And I said, what? No one's ever told me that. And I guess it's not a discussion that you have with people, is your poop consistency. But I didn't know that it's supposed to be like porridge. And that's what the doctor said. Yeah.
Okay. So is this like dentists saying, oh, you don't have to put as much toothpaste as it shows on the ads. That's a waste. You just put a little. Yeah, they say you just put a little bit on there and that's plenty. For toothpaste, I don't know if I actually said the word toothpaste then, but I meant toothpaste.
Toothbrush.
Yeah, I said toothbrush, but I don't think I said toothpaste. But yeah, so
you don't put the whole toothbrush length. You just put like
apparently that's a waste. You don't need all. You don't. Most of it just goes down the drain.
Well, that's true.
Well, I will check the consistency of my poop, and yes, I am a fast pooper because I'm just like straight in, straight out. That's what I mean. There are certain poops that you cannot rush. Like,
no, that take time. Yeah,
there are two types of poops that you can't rush. Okay, the first time. Yeah, we're going there, Mel. The first kind is the one that doesn't want to come out.
Yes.
That it's the ones when you're so dehydrated that
it just won't. But you know you need to go.
Yeah,
but
it's like my stomach hurts. It's got to come out. I'm going to sit here until it fucking does.
But you can't do that because then you get a hemorrhoid. You can't sit on the toilet.
And the other one is the one where it comes out way too easily and you're like, I can't get up because I'm not sure it's over.
That's called diarrhea. That's a different thing. That's not pooping.
Oh, yeah, jeez. I hope Drew enjoyed this conversation.
I'm sure he will.
You know the kind of diarrhea when you're like, is it safe to fart or not? I don't actually know.
No, that's what they need in the charting and farting app.
Yes.
The charting your fart app is whether it was like a shart.
Charting your fart shart. Have we explained the charting your fart thing? I think we might have, but I might have edited it out.
No, I don't think we did.
This is Australia specific, my friends, on the internet.
Maybe. Did you edit it out?
I think I might have edited it out. Edited it out.
That's a hard word.
Yeah, it is. But it's basically an app that was created by someone at the CSIRO, which is a real government scientific group that does amazing things. But they're genuine. They're really, really, really valuable.
Yeah.
But apparently they want to know about how often we're farting.
And the smelliness and the length and the loudness.
Yeah, so I haven't. Well, you should tell people about this app, Mel. I've not downloaded it because it would take way too much time for me.
You download it and you basically put in like your age and your gender and not much else really, whether you've changed your diet recently. And then when you tap into it to like log that you've done a fart, you tap into it and it's got 5 different options for you to use a little slider on it, whether it was like really loud, how long it sort of lingered, if there was a smell, whether it was loud or quiet. And then you log it, and then the beauty of it is you can get yourself like a little chart of how many times you've farted in the day or the week or the month or over time. And you can send it to your friends and you can discuss it.
We have been. We've been sharing it.
And you can sort it by like all different things. Like you can chart like just the count of how many you do per day, or you can do it by like the stench or the density. So maybe your farts are worse on a Monday versus a Thursday.
Isn't there a slider as well if anyone knows the fart as
well? Whether it was discreet or not.
That's so funny. Oh, I'm nearly crying there.
So I've got a pattern. Apparently every second day I fart less.
Because you get it out of your system and you got to let it build up again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yep. Other people, that's not the case. They fart a lot every day.
During my editing again of the last episode, you were making fun of the fact that I like Knives Out.
Yes.
But guess what? I saw that Daniel Craig was on the Colbert Show.
Yeah.
And his look has changed.
Yeah. He's not playing James Bond anymore, so he can do what he wants. He's not
so
contractually obligated.
You know what he mentioned? He said, there's a third Knives Out movie coming. And I'm like, yes!
Mate.
I'm so excited about that.
Was the second one any good?
I preferred the first one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say the second one was bad, but I definitely preferred the first one.
Oh, well, we'll see, I suppose, what happens.
I've got a note here that we should delve further into my K-drama obsession, which is deep and broad. I will tell you right now.
Maybe we should do that next episode, given we've been talking for an hour already.
Oh, have we? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Okay, all right. So should I do my outro then? The one that I totally didn't fuck up 3 times last episode?
Yeah, do it, baby, do it.
I kept in all my mistakes, by the way, for the outro. Okay. Thank you for watching, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. Show us how much you love us. We really need it. We want the, what is it? What's it called?
Positive reinforcement.
Thank you. Positive reinforcement. That's the one I used last episode. I guess until next time. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.